The Mumbai Indians Delhi Capitals match may go into the super over, but this looks like a super over right from ball one. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen, because you cannot call this election till the time the last vote has been counted. That's what it looks like. 119 to 114 to the NDA at this point, with all the leads in at 11:15 this morning. And right now, if you look at it, it just seems that the game of the vote shares, not much is separating the Mahagathbandhan from the NDA. 36%, 33%. But look at the chunk the others are pulling, 25%. Where are these others pulling the votes from? From the Mahagathbandhan, from the NDA, because the Mahagathbandhan, if it had to be a wave in favor of Tejasvi Yadav, should have pulled all these votes into its kitty, and it should have had at least about 40% of the vote share. That is not the story at this point in time, and that is the reason why we are saying it could be a dead heat. 5 rounds, 6 rounds, there will be some leads and some wins that should come in the next 45 odd minutes, but overall, in these 243 seats at this point, if you look at the strike rate, the BJP and the RJD have similar strike rates. Now that's a story. 60% here, 59% there. And the JDU has 43% here. The JDU has 43%. The Congress has 40%. So the JDU and the Congress are playing similar roles, as is the BJP and the RJD. And that's why, unless there is a big shift which is happening from here to here, there is not going to be a swing. Or a shift from here to here, there is not going to be a runaway victory. At this point, that's what it looks like. At this point, it looks like there may be somebody with their nose ahead, and that could keep changing as a seesaw game that we will see. And Zaka, that's what makes this election long, but very interesting.
I mean, we should all be used. USA got decided in 5 days, 5 hours, right? So it's right now 119, 114. The interesting statistic which Anand just pointed out too, the strike rate. Clearly, the RJD is down 12 from last time. They had 80 last time, 68 right now. Congress is up 2. Look at the allies. Up 2, up 8, up 4, up 3. So that's 10, 14, 17 seats up. So the losses for the RJD are being more than compensated by the remaining allies. Take a look at the other side. The opposite story is happening because the BJP is doing very well there. Plus 12 from last time. They had 55 last time. Well set to go towards that 70 mark. Minus 23 because that is the highest negative deficit that the JDU has been in. Anand was just saying a moment ago, JDU strike rate, just write that down. JDU strike rate is 43%. The Congress's strike rate is around 40%. The difference is JDU is contesting twice the number of seats as the Congress. Congress contesting 17, JDU contesting 114 seats. So that's where the real difference is. Just quickly run through JDU, RJD direct contest. What is the situation there? The direct contest, out of 71 seats, RJD is leading in 39, JDU is leading only in 28, down 8. Also, quick check of the JDU contesting directly against the Congress and the other smaller parties. There again, you will see that it's neck and neck. Congress is not the principal party in Bihar. JDU is the principal party. It was a senior partner. But take a look at that. It's minus 5 NDA plus 6. So what you're seeing is the JDU is emerging as a bit of the weak link, as it were, for the NDA, whereas the allies for the Mahagathbandhan are propping up the RJD. If the RJD comes up, they're right now 68 seats. Now look at it. Again, it's neck and neck. 117, 116. This is going to go a long way, folks.
And Zaka, quick word. When we are looking at the strike rate, RJD is contesting on the maximum number of seats. They're contesting on 144 seats. So their strike rate at present, based on 68, is less than the BJP's. BJP's strike rate is much better because they're contesting on 115 seats
yes,
only.
Correct. If you go back and check the BJP's strike rate, out of the 117, 65 is where BJP is leading. Not much difference between BJP and RJD, just 3 or 4 seats, by the way.
They could actually, BJP might just, if this
could well end up being the single largest party. Could well end up being the single largest party. But I want to add a word of caution. 70 seats, ladies and gentlemen, 70 seats where the margin is less than 1,000 votes. We've counted 5 rounds. We've got another 20, in some places even 25 rounds to go. The point is, how will that change? Look at this already. 12 plus 12 for the BJP, minus 22 for the JDU. The JDU is pulling down the NDA. Even though it's doing okay in this Bhagalpur belt, the rest of the state, which the strongholds of the JDU, Mithila, for example, they performed extremely well in 2015. They're not doing as well. Yes, they've made some gains in Simanchal, but really for me, the battle for Bihar will be decided by these 70 seats. If any one of the two alliances can run away with these 70 seats, margins of less than 1,000 votes, then we will have a decisive victory.
As of now, but Maria, what we are seeing is that whatever the JDU is losing, the BJP and the other allies are trying to make up. So the difference of the attrition is made up there. Same way, whatever the RJD is losing, the allies of the MGB, be it the left parties, left parties mainly, are trying to make up. So what's happening is from the NDA to the Mahagathbandhan or from the Mahagathbandhan to the NDA, major swing which we are seeing so far.
That's right. So Priya, that exactly is the question. You know, now we are looking at 120 to 113 for the Mahagathbandhan. If anything, Congress lead is better than what they did last time. It's already 28. It is the RJD at present at 67 when it was contesting on more number of seats. Contesting on 144 in all.
You know, I say this with all humility and with grace that I think our numbers are going to be better than what we are projecting right now. Please remember, there are COVID guidelines that are being followed even for counting. So there are far many more counting centers. There were many more EVMs. So let's like I say, let's wait for the final word. I am reasonably certain and confident that the real issues that we have raised are getting traction on the ground. The youth of Bihar are going to vote for the Mahagathbandhan and have voted for the Mahagathbandhan. And trust you me, unemployment and joblessness is not going to be Zabani Jama Kharch. It is going to be a national issue after Bihar elections. You wait and watch.
Just one worry for Congress. You know, you look at the Simanchal belt. They had 10 seats in Simanchal. Right now, leading only in 3. Yes, they are making up for it in this belt. This is the Buxar, Aurangabad, Magad belt. But I think the Congress's vote itself seems to have changed. What's happened in Simanchal likely is, you can look at the case of the number of independents as well who are leading there. Take a look at this. 3 independents, 2 from the AIMIM and 1 independent. 3 already are leading in the Simanchal belt. If you just go by the region, take a look at this. The Simanchal belt, 50-odd seats, 37 seats. NDA is up ahead 25. MGB only 8 seats in single digits. You wouldn't have seen this. So this final phase, something has happened on the ground where both BJP and JDU are pulling ahead. Is it the fact that Nitish Kumar said, Ant bhala to sab bhala? It was his last election. Did that turn the tide? We don't know. Or is it this multi-pronged contest? There is MIM, there are other independents. Are they eating in to the Congress and Mahagathbandhan's vote, eating into the anti-incumbent vote? Thereby, NDA is running away with the lead in Simanchal in the final phase.
Well, we got Jay Panda of the BJP. Good morning, Mr. Jay Panda. How would you see the trends that are emerging so far? Let me ask you straight away. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got the NDA leading in about 122 right now. These numbers are fluctuating even as I speak to you, 122 to 110. But it just looks like the NDA has its nose ahead after about 5 or 6 rounds of counting. As expected, because the JDU is pulling you down big time.
Well, I will first of all like to say that, of course, we should wait for the results to come in finally. But one thing is becoming extremely clear is that the kind of opinion polls and exit polls that were being touted by some sections involving psephologists and others are turning out to be not true at all, really. And I think this should give us food for thought, because this is happening around the world and there seems to be some kind of agenda behind some of these polling. Now, to come to the results as we have it just now, I'm not surprised, because over the past 8 months, I have seen the degree of support that Prime Minister Modi's leadership has had throughout the length and breadth of the country during the management of the COVID crisis. Now, I remember at the beginning of the crisis, there were all sorts of predictions of India completely collapsing. And while many Indians have had great deal of difficulties, without exception, very large numbers of them support the steps taken by the Modi government.
Yes.
And so I think this should be no surprise really.
But Mr.
Yes,
Panda,
and- Yes.
one part, there is a difference between how the voter is reacting to the BJP and how the voter is reacting to the JDU. And I have to also tell you and qualify this that so far only 50 lakh votes have been counted. The voter turnout was 56.7%, so roughly around 3.1 crore votes are yet to be counted. But the voter is reacting differently to the BJP compared to the JDU.
Right. Let me repeat what I said at the very beginning, is that of course we must wait for all the results to come in. I'm only commenting on the trend
Yes.
as we see it just now
Right.
at 11:30 in the morning. And what you have pointed out is something that has been, I think, widely discussed over the past few weeks, that there is a certain degree of local anti-incumbency. But as you have just now pointed out, the BJP is not burdened with that. The BJP itself is doing
this
very
is
well.
rather interesting,
And I
Jay
think
Panda,
that
and I'll
helps
ask you to just hold on to your thoughts. This is for the first time that the single largest party number
the
has
BJP.
changed. It's the BJP now which is emerging as the single largest party. RJD at 64. Zaka.
65 BJP plus 12 minus 20 still for the JDU at 51. So clearly BJP will be the single largest in the alliance. But this neck and neck fight going on between RJD and BJP, I just want to quickly check the direct fights that are happening between BJP and RJD. BJP seems to be doing better. Take a look at this. 39 seats BJP is leading in, RJD leading only in 20. So 1:2 almost. BJP is leading in twice the number of seats as the RJD. Many of this could still be within that margin error rate of less than 1,000 votes. But clearly it seems like BJP is doing much better in Mithilanchal. Also in Simanchal it's doing better than expected. But it's really beating the RJD in those seats where it's a direct fight. Whereas if you look at the JDU and the RJD direct contest, there the RJD is doing better than the JDU. Take a look at this, 37-29. It's almost the opposite story. NDA leading in 30 seats, that's JDU leading in 30 seats, and MGB, RJD leading in 37 seats. So that difference is really playing itself out in the overall tally as well. But Maria is right, first time that the BJP is now leading the RJD as the single largest party so far.
Well, on that note, at this point, 121 to 110, 3 crore votes across 243 constituencies still to be counted. Is it going to be the same, or is it going to be a runaway win for one or the other? We'll have to wait and watch. The coverage continues, the counting continues. You also stay with us here on CNN News 18. The counting